Alright, so before we get into sharing what we've created, I want to take a look at the play and record features in Noteflight. So if we look at the top here, you've got a play button. Simple enough. Okay, so we press that. Now you notice if I hit the pause button, what it does is it moves the cursor to the beginning of the measure that you were in, and it's ready to play from that measure. You also may notice that across the top here, it now has some different buttons. So it shows beginning, shows play, and stop. Those might disappear sometimes and go back to play, which means you're kind of in the edit mode. If I click on edit there, see what happens. See, that disappears. So it's gone out of the play mode and it's back in edit mode so that you can edit your score. All right, so let's try this one more time. I'm going to click the play button. All right, I click the pause. Now, notice down here what we've got. If we want to slow this down, this other menu, this sound menu appears, and you can slow that down. So if we want to slow that down, let's say we're trying to learn this piece, we can go to 50% and hit the play button again. Great. So that's a great way to learn something. You can also speed it up. So if I go to 200%, pause that one, and then I'm going to set that back to 100%. Now there's another way you can change this. Now if I click on edit, so we're back in the edit mode. Now down here we're going to see a bunch of things here. So make sure this sound is checked over here. All right, and then what that's going to do is it's going to put this menu over here. Let's click on this to get rid of all that stuff. All right, so the sound menu now, you've got some other things here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Okay. Actually, what I wanted to say, okay, you see this tempo menu right there? Okay, that one is also already checked over there. All right, so, and it also shows that the tempo is 120. So you can actually access the menu right there. But once it's up here, then you can do the same thing over here. So you can slow this down to whatever speed you like. Let's say we want to go, instead of 120 beats per minute, we want to go at 100. So let's get rid of this again. Okay, hit the play. And now that plays at 120. Okay, so that's great. So let's say I want to learn this, and I've learned it at a certain speed, and now I want to submit this to my teacher so that they can check what I've done. Well, that's what I'm going to ask my class to do. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go back to the beginning, and then I'm going to say edit. Right, so now we get back and we have a different menu, and there's a record button. So what you get with the record button is you get the ability to record over the top of your written score. So let's try that. If I hit the record, here goes, and I'm going to sing along to this. You're going to love this. All right, so that brings us another menu, and then once I hit start, there's going to be a count off of 2 measures. So here goes. Da 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 da. Stop. Okay, so now let's see what we've got over here. You'll notice that the mixers come up and it shows Noteflight right there, and it shows my student name. So let's see what Ace did. We're going to hit over here. We're going to hit the play button again on the top left corner. Da, 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 da. Well, let's just stop that one right there. But let me just show something else. Notice here you've got the tracks. If I select Noteflight, we can actually play both together. Let's try that one. Da, 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 da. All right, let's stop that one. Okay, so what we're going to do now is take a look at submitting that track. So if we go up to the right corner, right next to the picture of the blank picture of the person, which you could actually put your own picture in there, is a connect button. So click on the connect, and then if you go down here now, this new menu is going to appear. It says Ode to Joy, and you can fill in these things like musical genre, difficulty level. You can select those kind of things if you want. It says this score is not currently shared. Change. Click on the change button, and you get three options here. One says all site members. So if I selected that, then anybody who is on this site will be able to see that. And it says anyone with a link can either view, comment, or edit. So if you put it there, you want people to listen to it so they can comment, you can do that, or you can allow them to edit what you've written. And it says anyone can search, browse to find it. So that's for all site members. Now, another thing is, what I'm going to look at first is the individuals. So as an individual, the teacher, my name is going to be shown as, I'm going to type it in here, JC. All right, so my account is just called JC. So I could select that person right there, or it could be any of the other teachers on the site. All right. So the other thing is groups. Now groups I'm going to make another tutorial on, but just briefly, groups on this site, Ace has access to one of the groups called Level 1. So if I start typing LE, it's gonna pop up all the groups with that that include LE. So Level 1 is the group that Ace is allowed to access. If I click on that Level 1, you've got some more menus down here. It says additional access settings. So let people copy and export this score. And you can also make this score an activity template. So what that means is that a template is made, and then that can be used to create other things on top of it. So let's say you want somebody else to write another part. So they can take that and they can create another part. We'll show you how to do that in another video. So right now, if I just want to share with Level 1 group, I can say, let people copy and export this score. These options are available for the groups.